With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. Here we go. So the Hawks will get the first possession. Cunningham with the ball. And he lays it up and in. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Pass to Curry. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
How many times have we seen this? You give Curry an inch, and that ball's gone.
And here's Smart. He's covered by Curry. And there's the screen. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. On the wing, Curry. And the Warriors with another three.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Pass to Christie. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
And here's Butler. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. The kick out, Curry. And the Warriors with another three.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all three looks.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Well, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time. But he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
The best shooter that's ever played the game. Yes, it's been a real treat to watch all of that happen. But I give credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries, the confidence never wavered. And then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
Christie. And inbound. sends it right off the glass. Outside Curry. Pass to Rodman. The three is up. And it's Stephen Curry with the three. Curry's got 12.
Just another day at the office for Steph Curry, making this look easy.
Cunningham with the ball. Back to Smart. Curry with a steal. They're running. With some arc. And it's good on the lay-in. He's got 14.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now here's Curry. He's got 14. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
You can't help but look toward their defense. And they're totally lost.
Pass to Adebayo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Man, bigs like Adebayo got to drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
Now here's Butler. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Marcus.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. They have been thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, it'd be tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie.
Right now, Cunningham has that shot dialed in.
Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience in Butler.
Those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe, but he has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies. I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Here's Butler. There's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Butler's got 7.
Opportunistic score there from Jimmy Butler. Sees the lane, fills the lane.
Here's Cunningham. And that one is hammered home.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. Clicking from deep. 4 threes made in the quarter. Back at... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Pass to Hield. And that comes off the assist by Lowry.
And these quick hitting plays are great for a quick set shooter. Hield scoring.
Now here's Cunningham. To the paint. Here's Duren. Kicks it out to Cunningham. 6 to shoot from the high post. Reed with the rebound.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Hield from outside. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in those possessions.
It's Cunningham with a drive. Pass to Duren. Here's Christie. From downtown. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Outside Kuminga. Back to Lowry. There's a screen by Kuminga. Out to Hield. There's the 3. Rebound Atlanta. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Sends it home from three-point land.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Pass to Rodman. Back to Curry. Adebayo with a steal. The finish! And finished off by Adebayo.
And Bam cashing in on the steal right now, doing it all himself.
And stolen by Adebayo. Now LeVert. Still no points. Here's the second effort. And Adebayo with the nice bucket inside. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers and they're capitalizing.
Off target from outside. The Warriors trailing. You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Outside Curry to win the cold spell. Shot's no good there. Now 6 for 8.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
LeVert up top. Again, Atlanta.
A good shooter with a smooth stroke. LeVert's ability to hit shots can take him very far in this league.
Outside Curry. Pass to Ware. And there's the call on Jalen Duren. That's his first foul. And the Hawks will go for a different look here.
Substitution on the court.
1:10 left to play in the first half. Inside. Here's Ware. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And the Hawks making a change here. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 14-3 run. Cunningham outside. Pass to Christie. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Smart. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
And the confidence Smart has is really special. He feels like he can knock down any shot.
Outside Curry. It's stolen by Smart. And now the Hawks on the break. Fires for three. Nice shot by Christie. And now an 8-point Hawks lead.
They're now allowing an insane number of points off of turnovers.
Here's Ware. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Ware's got 5 now.
So much talk about Steph's scoring ability, but he's also a great facilitator.
Here's Cunningham. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
They're just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Here's Ware. Knocks it down from distance. Give him 8.
So much attention on Steph that really opens up the floor.
Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Christie from deep. To the wing, right side. Cunningham outside. Clock at 6. Over McDaniels. And it's Cunningham missing. Warriors trail by 5. Knocked away. Right side Curry. Here's the 3. There he is. The 3-point king delivers on cue.
Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
Smart outside. Pass to Christie. Back to Smart. Lets it fly. Can't nail the jumper.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On the push. Here comes Atlanta. Here's Nance. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Christie. And Atlanta misses again.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore for the Temps, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Great positioning on the putback. Butler's got 9.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
I love Cade Cunningham just playing this way. An electric player. He takes advantage.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Pass to Robinson. Back to Cunningham. And there's a 3-second violation.
Timeout, timeout.
Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Robinson's defense is always a factor, Brent. And lately, he's done a better job of staying on the floor.
Yeah, BA fouls have been an issue for Robinson, but the thing that he really needs to learn is it's not about blocking shots. It's about being in great position with your body and being more of a deterrent so he can stay on the floor to be more impactful.
Outside heel. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Heels got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, for guards who are young players in the NBA, finishing around the rim is always a focus at this level. Nice job by Hield there.
Second team foul.
1:56 left in the third quarter. Here's Adebayo. pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Adebayo's got 11. Warriors trail by 6. Lowry surveys the D. Reed for 3. Adebayo grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Back to LeVert. .121 left in the third quarter. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Watch out when Adebayo gets vertical. That's a big bam.
Outside Reed. Out to DiVincenzo. Launches it. Counted from distance.
It's pretty much not how they flew to at the three-point line. Somebody's got a shadow him out there.
The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Lowry. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Dante DiVincenzo with a real nice team first play.
Now LeVert. Adebayo with it. Here's Pritchard. Takes a 3. Reed with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And really good execution with Kyle Lowry, looking spry and opportunistic on the break.
Here's LeVert. Pass to Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Adebayo from long range. Pure from three-point range. Adebayo's got 7 points for the quarter. He fires from way outside. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. The Hawks on top. They lead by 4. And coming up as soon as we... We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Could be an exciting finish. Atlanta leading by 4. Smart with the ball. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Christie. Driving inside. And a missed layup. Outside Curry. Here's Rodman. Shot blocked.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
And that one's good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hawks.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
We also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. That's produced some easy scores.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Smart. Shot is up. And it's Cunningham missing. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Butler. The layup misses. On the push, here comes Atlanta. Down in. Nance has got his first 2 points.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Curry. And Cunningham pulls it down. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
Let's catch up with Allie. Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Left side Curry. Lets it go from deep. Smart with the defensive effort.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And here's Cunningham outside. Cunningham confident in his range.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first three of this half.
Pass to Curry. Here's Ware. Pounded by Adebayo. And here's Curry. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. And stolen by Adebayo. And here's LeVert for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. In transition, here they come.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Atlanta leading by 6. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Adebayo sets a screen. Here's Christie. Back to Smart. Shoots over Curry. Smart with a bucket.
You rarely see Smart operate in the mid-range, but he just takes what the defense gives him on that possession.
Pass to Rodman. Here's Ware. And the foul called on Caris LeVert. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Curry looking it over. Driving to the basket. Curry going all the way to the rim.
Shooting might be Curry's calling card, but he has an incredible handle as well, and that allows him to get through the defense.
There's Cunningham with a 3. Can't get it to go. 9 for 13 shooting in this one. Warriors trail by 6. Curry with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Curry, that's good.
You know he's going to come down, and then you feel he's going to come through. He did it there.
Smart outside. Back to Cunningham. Clock at 6. Smart outside. The Hawks need to get one up here. And Cunningham with a 3. And the Hawks lead by 6.
And Cade Cunningham stepping up in a big moment for this squad.
Pass to Curry. Here's Ware. From the arc. The putback. Perfect timing from Butler there.
And you know it's coming. Jimmy Butler lives to serve up in these moments.
Here's Cunningham. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Christie. So it's Atlanta picking up the